the touchdown. Here's Santos to kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
On second down, Elliott. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. Throwing, Prescott. Now he's forced out left. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a fourth down situation. Here's Brian Anger now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Returnable for Grant. Well, a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Bears take over. Now Colin Kaepernick and the offense heading back out onto the field. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the work.
That's caught at the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
A gain of 6 there on first. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now Kaepernick. Flush to his right. And he finds his tight end, Graham. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. Throwing his Kaepernick on third down. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this third quarter of play. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Now Kaepernick. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Cowboys are right back in this football game. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Here's 2nd and 10. Prescott now. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. The Cowboys on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Prescott yet again. pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack, his second sack of the night.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Prescott. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Schultz. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll try the end around with Robinson. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Kaepernick now on 3rd and goal. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. It's Brown. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll run on 1st down. It's Montgomery. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Now Kaepernick. And Graham's got it. Complete. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Back to throw, Kaepernick. Eluding the pressure right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. To throw is Kaepernick. Man, and he hits him in stride. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Kaepernick to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Montgomery. Touchdown! David Montgomery, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Bears are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this fourth-quarter lead. They'll try and throw for it. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. The third time wasn't a charm. They got the first two-point tries. Still have the lead, but couldn't get the third.
Okay, so they didn't get this one, but I have to ask you, what matchup are they seeing that they feel that confident to go for two so often?
Yeah, we talk about this a lot, but it has to be something, you're right, that they saw all week, correct?
Definitely game planned for. Felt good about being aggressive and going for it. And right up until that one, they had gotten 2 for 2.
Now Prescott. Connects here with the tight end, Blake Jarwin. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Brian Poole. And now off to the races down the right side. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he said. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is. And he is going to lose a big chunk of yardage. But we do have a flag on the field. So what's the call? Let's find out. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
A second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that,
and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are right back in this football game. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Brian Poole, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, we knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts an end to any hopes that they had.
All right, partner, work with me here because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again, well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place and say to themselves, we really gave this game away.
Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd. Waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
Kaepernick looking to throw. Flushed out right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Kaepernick going to throw. The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. They'll run for it with Montgomery. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The Bears will fight on another week as we say so long, everybody.